I'm standing outside of St. Columba Cemetery. Many of the Radium Girls are buried here, including Catherine Wolfe Donahue and Charlotte Purcell. We did try to find their graves, but it's a little hard when there's not a information center with a human at it. So we're just taking video outside of the cemetery. And as I said before, the story with the radium didn't just stop when these women died. It didn't just stop when they were buried even. The way that the scientists and doctors figured out that it was radium that was poisoning them, one of the first victims to die of the radium poisoning, who was from the New Jersey factory, her dentist kept half of her jawbone that he pulled straight out of her jaw without doing surgery. He kept the jawbone in his desk, and there was some film in his desk, like the kind that you would use for x-rays. And a while later, he took the x-ray film out of the desk, and it looked like it had been exposed to light. And that was the beginning of how they were able to create tests to determine that it was in fact radium. And what they did with the live women was that they would attach x-ray film to their arms, or in the case of the people who had already died, they would take the bodies out of the ground, and they would tie the x-ray film onto the bones and come back several hours, and clearly the bones had been exposing the x-ray film to some kind of light, and that was how they determined that it was radium that was causing the illness. And because it's radium, and radium is still in the bones, their bones continued to be radioactive. And in fact, many of the Radium Girls who were buried in the cemetery, they had to have their graves dug up and their bodies reinterred in lead-lined caskets in order to be safe to keep in the ground. So thank you all for joining me on my journey today, and I hope that you will come see the play inspired by the story, These Shining Lives. It's at the ArtsCenter in Carrboro, July 27th through 29th and August 2nd through 5th. So thank you all again for joining me, and I hope to see you at the play.